This shape of this fin is so iconic. We wanted to replicate it because we're trying to replicate the shark as exact as it was in terms of how it was filmed. This 3D model is scanned off of the original shark. So using the digital information from the original casting allows us to make sure that that fin looks exactly like the fin that everybody is so accustomed to seeing.
So this is the scanned parts. Once they were together, then we could clean them up, clean all the pieces up, and then merge them all.
The idea for that being that it's without a doubt the most accurate representation of the shark that was made for the movie.
So we basically print out of this resin the digital information that the guys are producing in the other room after the scan, and we then put it onto these machines, and these machines produce those milled out pieces. So once the pieces are printed, they're taken out of the machine, they're all cleaned up and polished, and then they all go together like a puzzle, and we end up with a beautiful shark that's now 6 feet opposed to 30 feet.
So now that the parts are all printed, I get them in sections, and then slowly but surely through segmentation, I'll build from the back and work my way forward. And then once this is ready, I'll prime it, then go back in, do the little fine tuning and finishing, and then she'll be ready for molding.
This whole side will be open to expose the mechanism and the mechanics, and it'll be mounted to the big steel arm that was in the water.
So my coworker Eric designed all of this in Fusion, and then we had a water jet, which processes, we have steel sheets, and then water blasts through to cut all these negative spaces. Once everything's good and magical, then we'll fix the wheel, which is cosmetic, the real one that acted as a pivot point. For our purposes, we don't need that, so it's just going to be straight. And it's going to have kind of the aesthetic. The process started with me getting the 3D design of the outside of the shark. I then, in the computer, designed all the interior, all the mechanics, and then they printed and molded that shark, made this core. Now I'm attaching everything to it. Once this is done, they will attach the final skin. A lot of work went into getting it to where you saw it last to here, and we put all those pieces together. We had to cut and fit the fiberglass shell. These green cables are what actually powers everything. I'm just doing some little fine tuning. And then we're kind of finishing up on some of the cosmetic details.
Jaws changed everything for me in terms of the way that I looked at movies, where I started thinking about the sculptors and the mold makers and the plastics experts and the pneumatic and the hydraulic experts. And because I wanted to know how to do it, I wanted to learn how to build a giant shark. Jaws really, in a lot of ways, sort of directed me into where I am today. I can only hope that maybe in a small part, I have an opportunity to inspire future filmmakers the way I was inspired by that shark, by having them look at it and go, that's amazing. I love it.